Okay, I want anyone who might be hearing this to remember the video I put up. It should be somewhat titled, it says Thelma Hogue, domestic terrorism, knocking on pipes. It was when this place was engulfed from the third floor to the first floor, coming from the basement, the entire structure of this house with dead bodies. There was different stages of decomposition. There was the decomposition stench coming from where she was, downstairs on floor 1 and floor one and basement. Then there was the other dead body stenches coming from floor 3. Nobody could answer or was talking about the stenches coming from floor 3. They were talking about this male ISIS terrorist, Murray, who was always on video, standing with the cops having me arrested. His dead body. Nobody was giving me straight answers where his body was found, and to my knowledge, they never took his body out of this house. Nope. That body that was filmed and taken out of the house was the female upstairs who died after I witnessed an obvious homicide upstairs, and that's how I found my cat. Gabriel came running down for her life after that homicide, and then that woman upstairs ended up dead too. All right. So Thelma Hogue was in the house with dead bodies. I know that. No official people, just a whole bunch of people saying they're friends of the family. And they were banging on pipes, knocking on pipes. That's on film, okay? And remember how I said when I was standing there once, after Thelma Hogue and her gang of construction men had exited, and they were knocking on the wall right by where I was standing just now on the video of the basement, right above that staircase with the obvious hidden area. All you got to do is grab that hole and pull up or move it. That's all you got to do. I've learned terrorism cell 101 here when it comes to cubby holes and crawl spaces. You got the one upstairs, floor 3. You just move that little piece of wood, which you can see on the video, and then you can just start pulling the wood up and doing whatever you got to do. And I've seen what these guys do. I've witnessed it. I'm still not allowed to talk about it. Then you got the one in the stairs. You just move that hole. It's stuff goes there. That's good. This is good for terrorists. They want that hole. It's operational. It's functional. You move it, you pull it, you do stuff. You get into a whole area there. That's what turned me on to the spot on the wall. And I said it was nailed on, and I said there was construction stuff covering it. It wasn't construction stuff covering it to the degree where they were trying to make it habitable. It wasn't covered up to keep it from rodents or any of that. It was one single nail, and I can't talk about it. Still, it was just covered up so you don't see the hole. I can say this much to make sense on YouTube. You could move it. When I was turned on to that spot, you could move it and just go in and out. It's just like a little cupboard door. But it looked really, really convincing. If you are a dummy like I was before I lived here, you'd walk past it. No, you got to know, you got to have experience. So a trained vet would see that hole and go straight to that area, whole area, and say, oh yeah, here. I did that just by trial and error, learning on my own. Hole, go to that wall. What's down in this space, girl? What's this covering this up? See how sturdy that is? It's not. It flips right over. And look, there's another entire space. I don't know how far that goes back. What you do, can you push, make it go further on something? I don't know. This is stuff to be explored. But it covers that whole area, the whole staircase area that connects to 1507. Without a doubt, you can define and certify that. And that is where I was. You go up the stairs and you stand right where I was on the film, by that dead terrorist entrance to the basement. And that's where I witnessed, after Thelma Hogue and all these construction creeps had finally vacated the premise, I slammed the kitchen door. Remember that video? It's on testimony. Somebody on 1507 started knocking right underneath my feet by that area that is now on film. They did 3 series of consecutive knocks like you knock on a door. And they did that, and then they immediately started dragging and pulling extremely heavy metal objects right underneath my feet, right by this entire area that you have now seen on video. The hole in the stairs, you gotta go explore that. How big is the space? Where does it go? Because they're knocking from over there and dragging heavy equipment. Go look there.